NelsonDSchwartz, The Velvet Rope Economy, How Inequality Became Big Business. Welcome to a fascinating exploration of the velvet rope economy, where we dive into the growing divide in experiences between the ultra-wealthy and everyone else. In this summary, you will learn how a myriad of perks are funneled to an exclusive few while creating frustrating barriers for the majority. Through engaging examples about airports, amusement parks, schools, and healthcare systems, we'll unravel how catering to the elite erodes the foundations of a fair society. Wealth inequality and the impact it has on people of different income brackets will also be examined, providing a comprehensive understanding of this new economic landscape.
The Velvet Rope Economy. In The Velvet Rope Economy, author NelsonDSchwartz exposes how the wealthy enjoy frictionless experiences while the poor have limited choices and shabbier ones. As the public sector gives way to private services catering to the elite, income inequality has grown. The top 1% has seen a massive rise in income since the 1970s due to constant growth demanded by Wall Street. To cater to big spenders, companies use artificial intelligence to target them with perks, leading to higher profits per unit and no need for scaling. The book argues that this trend is eroding the foundation of the republic. Marketing strategies that exploit envy. Marketers utilize both benign and malicious envy to manipulate customer behavior. Soft benefits, like separate entrances and personalized attention, denote higher status, creating a caste system. They also calculate your customer life value to provide differentiated services based on your worth. To exploit envy, marketers limit the size of the elite level and create a secondary elite tier to heighten status perceptions and provoke envy in lower levels. The top level only pays attention to the secondary tier. This illuminating book examines how envy plays a role in marketing strategies and the resulting social implications. The rise of exclusive stadium seating. In the mid-1980s, sports stadiums began selling premium seats and adopting tiered marketing strategies. Personal seat licenses, PSLs, offering perks such as exclusive entrances and viewing spaces, have made attending certain games unaffordable for many fans. Founders and owners' club members pay well to exploit the us and them mentality. Studies suggest that humans are born with a need to keep certain individuals close while driving others away. Festivals like Coachella balance a collective experience with exclusivity by offering unobtrusive VIP areas while leaving general admission areas untouched. The privilege of wealth. The wealthy are now enjoying luxurious experiences with exclusive tiers and privileges. Disney parks, for instance, allow guests to reserve rides and have fast lines for those who can afford it. Similarly, Blade helicopter service offers a faster alternative to traveling to exclusive locations. These services come at a high cost, with tickets ranging from $365 to $1,425. In comparison, people in poor neighborhoods have lifelong consequences, with limited access to resources and opportunities to succeed. The privileged avoid social rules, causing a decline in public order and affecting the trust of people in the community. Despite the traffic jams caused by inadequate transit systems, the wealthy can pay a fee to use high-occupancy vehicle lanes, which further widens the social divide. Hence, it's essential to reconsider these privileges and the impact they have on society. The high cost of health care and education for the wealthy. Wealthy individuals in Silicon Valley and San Francisco are willing to pay as much as $100,000 per year for concierge medical care that provides personalized attention, quick access to top specialists, and even house calls. For some patients, this can make the difference between life and death. Similarly, affluent parents are now hiring college admissions counselors from Ivy Wise, with fees ranging from $1,350 to $150,000, to help their children get into the most prestigious schools. The acceptance rates are becoming increasingly competitive, with only a 5.3% acceptance rate in top schools such as Harvard. This reinforces the have/have-not split by giving the wealthy students lifelong connections through alumni networks, further isolating them from the rest. As a result, the wealthiest 1% of Americans live 15 years longer than the poorest, and a child born into the top 1% is 77 times more likely to attend an Ivy League college than a child born into the bottom fifth of American households. California's two-tiered system. Affluent homeowners hire private firefighters while the poor suffer from public budget cuts. Meanwhile, the rich enjoy luxury airport terminals while the rest face longer lines and chaos. Inequality reigns supreme. Wealth and education. As the population increased in New Albany, Ohio, school budget remained the same and voters rejected every school tax increase. Therefore, schools started to ask parents to pay, per sport, per semester, for kids to participate in school teams. This divided the community and demonstrated how public services are starting to resemble private sector. Those who could afford these fees had unlimited access and could pay less than what they would pay in property taxes in superior school districts. In contrast, schools that receive more funding from state aid are not performing as well as those whose PDA raise more than $1.5 million a year. Portland pools a portion of PDA revenues exceeding $10,000 to spread the benefits. This book's summary raises awareness on how wealth is affecting education and public services. Balancing healthcare and finances. Hospitals and the justice system disproportionately affect low-income communities. Mission Bay Hospital in San Francisco caters to patients with private insurance. In contrast, hospitals in low-income areas, like San Pablo and Richmond, serve a mostly non-white population living below the poverty line. These patients suffer from various health conditions and rely heavily on Medicare or Medi-Cal. The reimbursement rate from private insurance patients allows hospitals to continue running while serving the community. However, without this balance, hospitals tend to segregate patients. Unfortunately, this financial disparity leads to a 20% higher chance of public hospitals in low-income areas shutting down. As hospitals close in low-income neighborhoods, regional economies and healthcare systems suffer. Additionally, the justice system disproportionately burdens impoverished individuals with excessive fines. Pretrial diversion programs, or pay-to-play schemes, allow some prisoners to stay out of prison for a price. Those without money are jailed or forced to pay oppressive fines, leading to a vicious cycle of debt. To combat this injustice, nonprofits such as the ACLU are fighting unconstitutional jailing of people who cannot pay fines. This summary highlights the clear divide in the healthcare and justice systems that must be corrected to address inequities in society. Dollar stores undercut local economies. Dollar stores, such as Dollar General and Dollar Tree, are targeting low-income consumers in rural America and poorer sections of cities. They have opened over 30,000 outlets, undercutting local stores, like Thramer's Food Center in Blue Hill, Nebraska, which is the heart of its community. These locally owned stores have a multiplier effect that recirculates revenue in the community, whereas national chains send their profits to headquarters and shareholders. The fracture caused by workers being paid as part-timers or contract workers destroys the societal fabric of a republic. The power of egalitarianism. Southwest Airlines, Starbucks, and Best Buy are just a few of the companies that prove egalitarianism is good for business. By eliminating tiers and prioritizing inclusivity, these businesses have created loyal customers and high profits. New York University even waived med students' tuition, leading to increased diversity in more pursuit of less lucrative medical specialties. However, the velvet rope economy, which favors the wealthy and leaves public institutions underfunded, still persists. To combat this, leaders must prioritize inclusivity, recognize the importance of investing in public institutions, and support independent and local businesses. This shift towards an egalitarian culture will not only benefit individuals, but also improve the overall economic and political landscape.
In conclusion, the velvet rope economy has exposed a world where wealth and privilege grant unprecedented access to scarce resources and hassle-free experiences, leaving the majority subjected to fewer options and general decline in quality. This stark divide undermines the very basis of a democratic society that promotes equality and a sense of community. From private healthcare to tiered entertainment and college admissions, the book exposes a network of isolating practices targeted at the upper crust. By encouraging businesses and policymakers to adopt more egalitarian principles, we can work towards a future that restores fairness and equal opportunities for all.